Here are every instant noodle reviews from H-Mart Part 1. Day 12 of reviewing every food in H-Mart, and today we have Kimchi Lamian. This Kimchi Lamian comes with dry ramen noodles, a spicy seasoning, and real kimchi. Just add hot water and the seasoning and let it sit for 3 minutes. Next, add the kimchi and stir. This ramen was really delicious and surprisingly, it packed a lot of heat. The kimchi, however, had a lot of MSG in it, and you can really tell. If you have real kimchi at home, I recommend just eating that with regular instant ramen. Overall, I give this a 3.5 out of 5. Day 17 are reviewing every food in H-Mart, and today we have Chapagi. This instant noodle is a combination of black bean noodles and spicy ramen. Inside are Chapagi powder and spicy noguri powder. Add both powder in the bowl. Next, add hot water and microwave it for 2 minutes. The end result is a perfectly cooked Chapagi. This tasted really delicious. It was savory and earthy, but also had a nice kick of spice in it. Overall, I give this a 4.5 out of 5. Day 18 of trying every food in H-Mart, and today we have Pruda Carbonara. This instant ramen has all the spicy chicken flavors of Pruda, but with a cheesy carbonara taste. Add hot water in the bowl for 3 minutes. Empty out the water in the sink, but leave just a little behind. Next, add the Pruda sauce and mix. Finally, add in the carbonara seasoning and mix again. Make sure to add a little bit of water if the ramen looks dry. This Pruda ramen was super delicious. It had the right amount of heat without being overbearing, and the carbonara gave a nice savory, cheesy taste. This was super good and delicious, and I can't wait to have it again. Overall, I give this a 4.5 out of 5. Today, we're going to review this light Shin Nam. So apparently the ramen for this is air dried, which is supposed to be healthier than regular Shin Nam. But let's see if it still tastes good though, because that's the most important thing. This ramen comes with instant noodle, dried ingredients, the soup powder, and a spicy seasoning oil. To make this, boil about 2 cups of water in a pot. Add in all the ingredients together and cook for 4 minutes. And that's pretty much it. I thought that this ramen was pretty standard. It definitely had a lighter taste than the regular Shin Nam, but if I did a blind test, I don't think I could be able to tell a difference. The spicy seasoning oil was definitely a nice touch though. It added a nice spicy flavor that lingered on my tongue long after I slurped down the noodles. I guess this is good for people who want the added benefits of less calories, but still want the same great taste of Shin Nam. Overall, I give this an 8.5 out of 10. Today, we're going to review this Pyongyang naengmyeon. This package comes with 3 bags of noodles, 3 broth bags, and 3 hot mustard packets. To make this, add the noodles in boiling water and cook for 30 seconds. Drain the water and then add the noodles to a bowl along with the broth and hot mustard. I'm also going to eat this with some stir-fried potatoes and spicy pork for flavor. This noodle was pretty decent, but it definitely wasn't restaurant quality. The noodles were okay, but they had this subtle plastic aftertaste that kinda turned me off. About the only good thing was the broth, which was smooth, sweet, briny, and sour. I definitely recommend eating this with some banchan. Overall, I give this a 6 out of 10. Today, we're going to try this vegan kimchi lamian. This was my first time trying vegan ramen, so I was really excited about this one. To my surprise, this was really tasty. The broth was smooth and had a clean, spicy, tangy, savory taste, and the noodles were perfectly chewy and bouncy. The dried kimchi also tasted pretty good, and it added another level of spicy flavors. There was also less of the MSG taste in this compared to other ramen brands, and you can really tell that this is a different kind of ramen. Overall, I give this a perfect 10 out of 10. This was one of the most delicious instant ramen that I've had, and I highly recommend trying it. Today, we're going to review this instant sesame lamian. This lamian is really unique in that it has sesame oil and a dehydrated omelet. This sesame lamian tasted pretty good. The sesame oil and savory beef broth were perfectly balanced. It was also pretty spicy as well. The omelets tasted like eggs and had scallions in it, but the texture kind of reminded me of soggy roasted seaweed. This lamian can also get a little bit dicky head due to the sesame oil, so I highly recommend eating this with some kimchi to help cut some of the rich flavors. Overall, I give this an 8.5 out of 10. Today, we're going to review cheese prudha. This lamian comes with all the spicy flavors of prudha, but with a cheesy twist. Add water up to the line and wait 4 minutes. Empty out the water and leave just a little bit behind. Next, add in the prudha sauce and the cheese powder and mix together. This lamian was super spicy. The moment you eat this, the spicy flavors hit your mouth and just spread like wildfire. The cheese was good, but it was a little bit too sweet. I also thought the cheese part was a little bit lacking. I couldn't really taste it that much, and it didn't really blend that well with the prudha sauce compared to the carbonara prudha. I thought it was still pretty tasty though. Overall, I give this an 8 out of 10. Today, we're going to review this instant bibimbap. Bibimbap means mixed in Korean and myeon means noodles. To make this, cook the noodles in hot water. Next, drain the water and then wash the noodles in cold water. Mix the noodles with the sauce and the seasoning. We're also going to add dried seaweed, sesame seeds, and a hard-boiled egg. And that's it. Look at this beauty here. Ugh, taste-wise, this was amazing. It was sweet, savory, and refreshing. I also like that it wasn't spicy at all. You get a little bit of heat, but it's not enough to make you want to gulp down on a glass of milk. Actually, this had the perfect balance between sweet and spicy and was really addictive. I could not stop eating this. This instant bibimbap is perfect for people who love Korean noodles but want something non-spicy. Overall, I give this a 9.5 out of 10. Today, we're going to review this instant jajangmyum. This instant noodle comes with dry noodles and a jajang sauce packet. To make this, add the jajang packet and hot water. Next, add hot water in the bowl and let it sit for 4 minutes. Drain the water and add the jajang packet and give it a good mix. We're also going to eat this with some kimchi and tanmuji or pickled daikon. Taste-wise, this was pretty good. The sauce had a rich, smoky, earthy jajang flavor. The noodles were also chewy and soft, but they had the texture of normal instant ramen rather than the thicker noodles that you get with jajangmyeon at restaurants. The sauce was filled with meat and it had a spongy texture rather than a normal beefy, chewy one. I can't say that this is as good as a restaurant quality jajangmyeon, but it's pretty good for an instant meal. Overall, I give this an 8 out of 10. Today, we're going to review this 2 times Pruda Lamian. That's right, this is twice as spicy as a regular Pruda Lamian. I love the original, so I was really excited to try this one. In my opinion, this was one of the spiciest ramen that I've had in my life. Unlike the regular Pruda, where the spice kicks in after you get a taste of the chicken flavor, this ramen goes from 0 to 10 really quickly. The moment you eat this, the numbing spicy flavor spreads in your mouth like wildfire. The spiciness lingers for about 10 minutes, which makes it all the more painful to eat. I recommend getting this only if you absolutely love spicy food or just curious about it. Overall, I give this a 4 out of 10. This is not for the faint of hearts. Today, we're going to review this jajang prudha. This instant ramen comes with the jajang sauce along with dry noodles and dry veggies. Taste-wise, this was really good. It was savory, earthy, and tasted just like Chapagi with a little bit of heat. In my opinion, this was the least spicy prudha that I've had so far, and one of the tastiest as well. Overall, I give this a 9 out of 10. I definitely recommend picking this up.